Hey everyone, welcome to the 300,000 We have a description in the video, like every other video that has description.
What? We have a description in the video?
Hey everyone, I'm Arbiter617.
I'm Eagle Empire.
I'm Nitrox.
And I'm Sam Small.
And welcome to the BPS 300K Q&A. We got a lot of questions, got a lot of interesting questions, a lot of funny ones. We had a lot of fun time just kind of going through and reading them. I believe we got over 4,000 questions, which is incredible. Unfortunately, we'll only be able to answer, maybe about 50 or 60 of them. So apologies if your question's not answered. We'll actually try to answer some of, if you have extra questions, we'll try to answer some in the comments below. Also, we have all the questions that we're going to be answering linked in the description with specific times, so you can jump straight to them. So let's get straight at it. One of the most commonly questions we got was, what do you use for your animations, or what software do you use? We all use Blender. Blender's awesome, it's free. We'll probably be talking about that a little bit later. The second question we got commonly was, can you do a Minecraft animation tutorial or something? And fun fact, we already have a Minecraft animation tutorial.
A lot of them!
Yeah, we have a lot of them. We actually have, if you check out our channel on the home page and scroll down a little bit, we have a playlist where we have all the tutorials I made last winter, I believe. And you can check all those out.
Also, if you go to Arby's personal channel, he actually has a lot of little quick tips. Little mini tutorials about things like walk cycles and Herobrine's eyes and stuff like that are just like really handy short 10-minute videos if you're looking for something really specific.
Yeah, once you finish those tutorials, if you're looking for more, I have other things that'll help you on my personal channel. And also, I'm probably planning to I'm going to do an updated animation tutorial this coming winter, probably as an anniversary to the original, simply because we've learned a lot since the original. And back when I did that original, we were still very small with Minecraft, and our channel wasn't very Minecraft oriented. And I kind of made those just kind of junkily, thinking only maybe like 20 or 30 people would really get good use of them. However, I found out a lot of people really seem to like them a lot, and I've been getting a lot of Skype messages about those things, so I'll probably be updating that. The next most common question we got was asking for face reveals. I don't know if we'll be doing a face reveal on BPS. However, a question we'll be answering in a moment is about, can you do a gaming channel? Yes, we actually have a gaming channel called Black Plasma Gaming, and you can maybe see some face reveals there. I actually did a face reveal a while back on a gaming channel, or when I did gaming on my channel. Sam, you do stuff on your Twitter, right?
Well, I mean,
for face reveals.
As in, I just have my face on Twitter. I mean, I just don't really mind.
He's got his face reveal on Twitter. So if you want to see face reveals, maybe following our social media, which we should have linked on the page here, or
personal channels, all that.
Yeah, personal channels,
extra stuff,
Twitters, Black Plasma Gaming. So about that question, can you do a gaming channel? Is yes, we have a gaming channel already called Black Plasma Gaming. If you like gameplay and you enjoy kind of seeing us play the games that we're animating, you should watch that stuff. And the next question was interesting because it asked, will you do Skywars with fans or play with fans? Funnily enough, I do actually have a series on Black Plasma Gaming called Skywars Saturday. We play Skywars with fans every Saturday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Times. So you can definitely join us and play with us. We're trying to get more people to show up to that and just kind of make it this big community event every week, which is a lot of fun. We've been having a lot of fun so far, just interacting with all the fans and stuff.
It's been pretty big.
Yeah, it's been...
The lobby crashed one time because we had so many people.
Right. Yeah, we've been building that up for the last kind of 5 or 6 weeks, and every week we get more people, and it's a lot of fun. We all come out and we all join the lobbies and have a lot of fun stuff. So, and
we can also have game nights in other games too. Like, for example, MechWarrior Online, which I'm doing on every Monday.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of, at least playing with fans. You can play other games like Nitrox plays MechWarrior. It's another free-to-play game, so you can join in him with his kind of community games. There's definitely a lot of cool community gameplay stuff on Black Plasma Gaming. So Eagle Empire, are you planning to do more gaming on your personal channel, or now only on BPS Gaming?
The content that's going to go on my personal channel is honestly really random. I'll probably upload whenever I really feel like it, and with all of the other stuff I've been worrying about, whether it be work or just animation in general, it's been kind of hard to get into just recording for my personal channel, especially since that's not main priority. But I'll probably put something up there once in a while. But for the actual BPS gaming channel, for BPG, that's probably going to get most of the content that I plan on doing, whether it be live streams or the normal solo Skywars stuff that I normally do. But I mean, whatever happens, it's honestly mostly random. The only real scheduled thing that we have right now is the Skywars Saturday.
So, someone asked who originally made the channel and why. That would actually be me. I created the channel about 8 years ago now. Initially, I made it just for kind of Halo videos. I was doing mostly like Halo montages, if anything. I did some like cool montages of me doing triple kills in games and stuff. I thought it was so cool.
Sick jumps.
Yeah, I did sick jumps and stuff, and I did that, and then I also made some machinima, which is where you use the games to make kind of movies, but it wasn't animation. We just kind of moved the camera around in the game and stuff, and I started making Halo machinimas for the longest time. And then how do you get the name Black Plasma Studios? Fun fact, it really wasn't anything special. It was just kind of, I always thought plasma was cool. If you ever seen those cool energy balls you put your like fingers on and go like I always think those things are awesome. And I also like things like dark matter, dark energy. So I was like, black plasma, it's like cool, it sounds awesome. We used to actually use one of those energy balls as our logo until about a year. Yeah, the BPS logo last profile picture was the just this stock image of like one of those plasma balls up until last year, which is kind of funny. For everyone, what's the most fun part about being an animator? You guys got any most fun parts?
Do you want to start?
I was hoping you would, so I could think about it.
Ad-libbing fight choreography.
Honestly, just like it's usually just the end product for me to see what comes out of it.
For me, I feel like it's just the ability to do whatever you want. There's pretty much no limits with animation. Having come from Halo Machinima, where you're kind of bound by what the game can do, and going to animation where you can have someone do a flip or just make whatever world you want to make, I think that's the most fun part for me.
Back in the day of relying on a company to give you features to make stories, when the game was a competitive shooter, not a storytelling engine.
Yeah.
I mostly enjoy
your
like making it look nice in compositing, setting up the scene, making sure everything looks good, and then doing a half decent animation, but it's pretty, so it's kind of masks the my poor talent.
There's also the fact that you don't have to worry about body actors that probably don't listen to you or just want to do their own thing in general, or just strafe when you're trying to make it like look cool.
If you do machinima, you have to have other players actually walk around in real time and do exactly what you tell them to, whereas animation, you can just animate everyone the way you want it. So related to that question, what's the most boring part about doing animations? For me, rendering, because there's nothing you can do. You just gotta let it render.
It seems like something you would be able to just take a break and do and just relax, but no, you really just want to get back to work.
Yeah, that's me.
Honestly, probably the setup, because it's one of the hardest parts for me is like just getting into the actual setup and figuring out how I want to start everything.
Yeah, I think starting.
But like once I actually have where I'm gonna start, it's so easy for me to flow.
Yeah, so you mean more like the kind of picking music and the story and what's gonna happen kind of stuff, or more like setting the scene?
No, like all of it in general, like
all of pre-production.
Yeah, basically, it's once you're actually animating. For me, that's about the easiest flowing part that I could get to. But before that, it's like, well, where do you even start? You're starting from scratch. You have like nothing to really build off of.
Yeah, that's the thing about animation, especially with Minecraft animation, because like it could go down any path you want it to. You got to pick the right one. Like there's so many, especially in Blender, there's like so many options and different tweaks you can make to make it that much better or that much worse. And for me, it's like worrying if it's not good enough or if I should do things differently, and I spend half the time just sitting there changing my mind about things and not feeling as if it's good enough.
That's another thing. It's like once you get something down and you're pretty much set with it, if you like accidentally mess up and say you forgot to save or something and you like lost all that, you're never gonna get it back exactly the same.
Right. Yeah. So about how long does it take to make these animations? That really varies. We've been getting that question a lot, actually. That was another really common question. For me, I'd say it's hard to answer that because I don't know if you're asking just overall or how many hours of work. Because for me, something like Skywars Mega technically took like 4 months. However, I wasn't working on it the whole time. I was at school and college and stuff. So it's like, are you asking like, if you have some free time, if you do it on the weekends, or if you're just doing it nonstop? So I don't know.
Skywars Mega took you 4 months?
About. From when I started planning it and figuring it all out until it finished, yeah.
Oh, alright.
I'm just I don't really know. For me, it seems right now I'm going about full time on it like every day. I can usually get like Blocking Dead Part 1 was done in about 5 or 6 days. Part 2 was done in about 5 or 6 days. So that's about the speed I'm going at.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
but
I'm
that's
going
like,
really fast.
Then there's the variables of the
like
actual animation itself.
Exactly.
Then there's how many characters you might have to worry about animating. There's how long the video is going to be itself. There's how many parts each part or each series is.
And how much detail you want to put into it is really a big thing. If you want to just get something down and make it work, like Monster School, or if you want to spend forever making everything really detailed.
Yeah.
Do you ever get tired of making animations? I haven't so far.
No, I've only just started, so I haven't yet.
I'm not tired of it. It's just so difficult because I'm still working, and it's like it's been really hard to come home from work and then get into it when you're already tired. So I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, for me, I did Halo Machinima for about 7 years, and it never got boring. In fact, by the end, I was enjoying it even more than when I started. My movies kept getting bigger and bigger. I was getting more into my movies. I don't think I'll ever really get bored of it so much. How many people are in your studio? And are you all friends and wanted to make animations, or did you just happen to come together? So, I didn't really mention this too much earlier, but when I started the channel, it was just me. It was my channel. The channel is actually called Arbiter 617. If you check the URL, that's what it was. It was just me. And about a year and a half ago, we started something we called Phase 2, where basically it was getting near the end of my college, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this entire channel on my own from now on. I might, get a job and not be able to release content so much. So we're like, let's do something called Phase 2, and we'll kind of redo the channel. That's where we gave it the new logos and stuff, and we formed a team. And at that point, we had like 8 or 9 people.
It was about 10 people.
Yeah,
we had at one time.
We had a lot of people in it, but most of them were pretty much all doing Halo. And then
I was the only animator.
Yeah, and he was the only person who was doing animator stuff, which we'll get to that a little bit later. I think there's a question about that.
Yep.
But then people started kind of dropping out or just leaving. They were getting bored, or just they would leave, and it kind of got a little smaller. Then there's a point where we started doing more Minecraft. So then the Halo people were feeling kind of left out, and they started leaving. And there's a point a few months ago this year where we pretty much just decided to drop Halo. So all the people who were still doing Halo just left. So we're down to us.
That was
5.
about when I joined.
Yeah, that was a little bit after you joined. So we were kind of friends online. We'd mostly known each other from Halo, and then we kind of formed at that point, and have stuck around since.
Well, most of us were actually fans of Arby for years.
True. Yeah, you guys were. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a requirement.
Yeah.
How to join BPS? Be a big fan.
A big fan.
Oh wait, no, that's gonna get a lot of people just being like, "I'm a big fan."
I'm big fan.
I'm biggest fan. How long have you played Minecraft?
I started playing since before there was the Nether.
Really?
But I didn't play like that much then. Like not nearly as much as I play now, but when I first started playing, it was like before there was Nether, before that Halloween update.
Oh wow, okay. That was like right before me then. I joined right after that update. Because everyone was freaking out about pumpkins, and they're trying to collect all the pumpkins. Everyone's like, look,
1 year ago.
Oh yeah, then Nitrox started like basically when we started Phase 2, and we're like, hey, you want to make some Minecraft animations?
And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. He had a fun little story. He's actually using my friend's account. We just renamed my friend's account ROA Nitrox, because my friend doesn't play Minecraft anymore.
Wow. I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah. It's my friend's account. We just renamed his account to ROA Nitrox.
No. Did not know.
So now my friend's technically a YouTuber on Hypixel.
Yeah, he'll log back on and be like, whoa, who are all these people?
Sam, how long have you played?
I think, well, I didn't play the beta or the alpha or anything. I kind of started in high school when we had it on. Someone managed to get Minecraft on the public school drive, so everyone in every classroom was like logging on and playing Minecraft.
Yeah,
we had like a server set up, and we'd all play on like the server. But then it got wiped, and then I kind of got it. My friend was getting like free accounts back in the day when that was easy, and he gave me a free account, but he named it, so I didn't have any choice in my name, and I was like, oh god, why did you just name me like my name on my birthday? How boring is that? Like 4 numbers in it, no capital letters.
What was your first name? What was it?
It was like Sam Small 1995.
Oh, yeah.
There's my birthday. No, how old I am.
This is aimed at Sam Small. Will there be more T animations?
God. now that I've put T in the animation, that's just my thing now, isn't it? It's just, oh dear.
It's always been your thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's just now
But
in
now,
Minecraft
now they all
form.
know about it.
Yeah.
T will be in animations, but there probably won't be another animation that is about T.
In other
Like,
words, Tea Time 2
Thomas,
confirmed.
No. Thomas isn't here at the moment, but he is working on animation which has me drinking mugs and mugs.
A lot of tea.
Lots of tea.
Nitrox, what inspired you to create the survival game series?
Alright, so I basically took a whole bunch of Hypixel games, put them on a board, and threw a dart at it.
What?
And that's the one I did.
No,
Are you being
that's-
serious?
No way, no.
No, but it was pretty much at random. I just looked at a bunch of games and just picked one I liked.
There are obviously ones that we couldn't really do or didn't want to. I'd say survival games was something that would... I thought it was partially, at least, survival games is something that's it's kind of popular. It's related to the Hunger Games, which is kind of popular. There's a better chance that it might do well. Whereas
Like, it came down to survival games or Blocking Dead for me.
yeah,
So I just picked survival games.
I mean...
So to think, in a world, I almost made Blocking Dead.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he didn't have Black Dead planned for a while. But he
Which
did
it would
do
have
it,
been
and now it's mine.
completely different.
It really would have been.
Yeah, there wouldn't have been Derp in it, that's for sure.
Well, imagine you chose survival games because it had the potential for good fight animation.
Oh, speaking of Derp, what made you want to put Derp in your videos? So fun little story. Actually, I'm going to see if I can find a link to this, and then we'll post it up on screen if I can. A long time ago, back in last year, kind of when Skywars was kind of coming out, someone posted a funny Twitter picture on Twitter where it's just like every game of Skywars, and there's like a dude with a bow, and there's like in the background there's like this derpy guy holding a snowball, and it like zooms in on him. And I don't know why I just found that so hilarious. It was like just this creepy guy with like a snowball ready to snowball you. So I took that concept, and that became the concept in the original Skywars animation, where there's like that creepy derpy guy who's always just waiting around the corner just to throw a snowball when you least expect it and knock you off the edge. So he kind of became like the villain of the original Skywars, but at the same time he was kind of cute and silly. And then Eagle had the good idea in Mega to put the derp on our team and kind of make, just for an interesting dynamics. And then we kind of made it so it was like, oh, well, maybe he actually becomes good and likable. So we tried to make his character a little more fun and likable, and then he became instantly like everyone's favorite. What is your favorite animation / what is your favorite animation that you've created? All right, who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
Probably my favorite animation that's not by us has to be Bohemian Rhapsody
Yeah.
by Steven Suptic, because it it has like not a lot of people like his sense of humor, and they don't necessarily appreciate the amount of animation he puts into his stuff. But that video, the amount of work that went into it, it's honestly so good. Like everything about it, the lighting, the animation itself, and even the music,
The lyrics.
and there's been times where we would literally be building in Songs of War for like the maps and whatever, and we would literally just listen to that song over and over.
Yeah, I was just
again.
about to mention when you first joined, we'd just be playing that in the microphone all the time. Minecraft.
Just play Minecraft.
So your favorite animation?
Oh yeah, so for my favorite animation that I've made, it's definitely Jerry the Slime.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, it's the most work I've ever really wanted to put into something, and I'm actually like pretty happy with it. And also it's based on my favorite YouTuber, so there's also that.
Who replied to you?
Oh yeah, he did reply.
Oh yeah,
to us.
who replied to it, which I was just fangirling about that. Yes, fangirling.
You're flailing your arms. Oh my god! For me,
dear.
my favorite animation would probably be Find the Pieces.
That's
I love that one. There's a few reasons I like it. One is I like the way it's just like all these animators came together in one big project. The detail is so good in that. The animation quality is amazing. The world. But also I really like the fact that a lot of people seem to do Minecraft music parodies just to get views and stuff. It's like, I'm going to do a Minecraft music parody of Rihanna's something or other. And they just try to get, views out of doing parodies. I really appreciated the fact that they did an original song with that one. And not only was it an original song, it was actually a really good original song that turned out really nicely.
That wasn't about Minecraft, really.
Yeah, and also, that too. It wasn't all about like got a mine for diamonds and craft a sword. It was just like an original song, just that turn out really well and happen to work well and nice in Minecraft. And as for favorite animation I've created, probably Skywars Mega. I probably put a lot of work into that one. It was a really complex, big project to take on.
I have no idea.
For the first part?
For the first one.
You said you had one yesterday when we were looking at these.
I thought I did, but I was wrong.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Gods Don't Bleed from Dylan Goo.
All right.
He's just got good fight choreography.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's what I'm all about.
Oh, was that the first one or the second one?
First one.
Okay.
Then favorite animation I've made would have to be, without a doubt, obviously, Turbo Kart Racers.
Yeah.
I completely forgot.
Why? I want to know why.
Because I really like that game.
Yeah.
He's
ready. However, he wasn't ready to become a real race car driver.
I unfortunately was not prepared for the task of making it a full animation.
Mm-hmm. So it became a 30-second thing.
It's a good little promo, though. I haven't actually seen many Minecraft animations, but the one that sticks out to me is not really so much an animation. It's more of like an animation hybrid. Was Incursion by whatever the guy's name was.
Yeah.
I cannot remember. I just
Incursion.
really liked that concept because there was a Halo machinima back in the day called Ataraxia that was really
Right. Oh,
like
yeah.
the quality of like editing and storytelling and the atmosphere was so tense, and I think that Incursion did that really well, and it like the sound design, the set design, it was just
Yeah. Yeah.
it really immersed you in
I was about to say, shout out to the one to fear, because I feel like of all the ones we linked, or all the ones we just listed for our favorite, that one, he put so much work in that. It only has about 50,000 views or so. So definitely
It's
go.
at 104,000.
Okay,
right
never
now.
mind.
No, seriously.
Never mind,
though,
don't go
like,
check
still,
it out.
yeah, no, that's still
It
like
deserves a lot.
not enough.
It was
He
really,
deserves a
really
lot
good.
of views.
So go check that out if you haven't seen that one.
I haven't really made many animations, obviously, so I'll just say
Is it
my
tea
favorite
time?
beat. Maybe
Is
my
it tea
favorite
time?
my favorite BPS animation. I'll go by that. I don't really know.
Really?
Better
I'm kind
be
of
mine.
torn between. I mean, Blocking Dead is probably
Awesome. Yeah.
considering how quick you made it, and to the same, in my opinion, quality as like Skywars Mega is really quite insane. But
I have to agree.
I'm kind of on the border with Spider Attack as well.
Really?
The comedic timing and
Oh, yeah.
how you managed to scale that
The
spider
action
down.
choreography,
that
the fight choreography
crazy.
in that,
Oh god, yeah. When you walked into the door,
the visual effects.
Oh man,
that TNT
the
explosion.
bending feet.
Oh right. Oh, the face at the end when he lights.
The face.
Oh yeah. The puckered,
Yeah.
like not puckered, but like.
Oh, I'm so
you know
glad
what
you
I mean.
changed from
Put
that.
put that
rig.
picture on the screen when we say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Do you like mlp film?
What's the
The
fim
answer
part?
is yes for one of us.
Wait, what's the fim part?
I don't know.
Friendship is magic.
Oh,
Oh.
friendship. Okay, moving right on.
My
hey,
Little
Arby,
Pony.
did you base your Minecraft skin on your GTA character, or is it the other way around? It's actually neither. Both of those characters are based off me in real life. It's funny because I always wear these like khaki tan pants to school, and I have this like blue. We have like a semi-dress code in our county now, where we can't wear clothing that has like any sorts of logos or designs on them in public schools. You could in college. But in high school,
What?
Yeah, it was weird. In our you could if you can't have I couldn't wear the BPS T-shirt to high school. It's against dress code apparently.
Oh, no advertising at school.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
No, we had
So-
that as well.
Whack.
So I had to wear
You
just
had
like
to
a
like
plain.
scribble it out if you had one.
Oh, they just made us wear polos and stuff. So I had this blue polo I used to always wear and khaki tan pants. And in GTA, there's like a hairstyle that was really close to mine, and I ended up making literally my character looks really close to me. Then in Minecraft, it's also close to me. I was thinking about putting on Twitter at one point like myself in a pose, my GTA character in the same pose, and the Minecraft guy in the same pose, like all side by side. It'd be kind of funny. Where can you get Nitrox, Naya, Ninja Charlie / all those kind of skins? So where can you get the skins? Right now, nowhere really. We're gonna post them somewhere. If anybody knows a good place to post skins and kind of organize them, though, there's a lot of places where you can post skins and like you can post all your skins, but it just kind of sorts it by date uploaded. I'd like to kind of organize them in like folders or something. If have like a folder for like survival game skins, Blocking Dead skins, or Songs of War skins. I'd like to kind of spread them out a little bit so you could find them a little easier. So, but
Right.
we'll eventually do that somewhere. It may have to come down to just putting them all everywhere, and you'll just have to scroll through and try to find them. For Nitrox and Ninja Charlie T, you can just search ROA Nitrox or Ninja Turtle T, and you'll get their skins. When did you guys start making animations? Can be any kind of animation. Nitrox, why don't you start, because you're probably the oldest.
I am probably the first.
Yeah.
So I started making animations when I made Machinima Versus, which was based on making fight animations between Machinima characters in Halo Reach. That was about 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
You sure it wasn't more than that? Because 2 years ago was...
Yeah,
No,
I
that
swear
sounds
it was
about
longer.
right.
That's
No, I
like
started
right
on in
before
December.
BPS Phase 2. That's just like a few months before Phase 2 started.
Oh, I guess it would be
Oh,
2.5 years ago. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
2 3/4 of a year, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then in that case, I might have started before you. Technically, yeah, because I started about
Well, you took
3
classes
years.
on
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did.
I took-
in your classes.
I
you
took
did.
an animation class using Maya way back in my freshman year.
Boo.
It's my freshman year. Boo, Maya. It was my freshman year of college. I took a Maya animation class, and I made a few silly little things in Maya. They were actually pretty good for
I
the
liked
teacher
them.
loved them. Yeah, then the teacher was blown away for having never done any animation at all. She thought some of them were really cool, and I kind of started out with those. But then I never really touched it again until Minecraft, which was last summer. So I basically started last summer.
I started in January. January or December?
Well, I
one
think
of
December you
those.
had some really silly, simple videos. Like
Well, that's like when I was starting though,
Yeah.
like just getting used to it.
the actual
and
animation was this year.
I learned literally just based off the tutorials that RB had made. Yeah, I had like a little bit of help afterward on certain things and whatever, but animation-wise itself, I learned all the basics straight from those tutorials. I self-taught the rest basically and just practiced with the animation style. I tested some things out on timing between frames, stuff like that. And I showed RB some of it, and that's basically how I got into BPS.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember those were fun days.
You were working really hard.
Uh-huh.
Like you got loads of
Yeah.
tests done.
Yeah,
I did.
that's a fun little thing. We actually had that was a time back when we were still just getting into Minecraft animations. We had a lot of Halo, and at that point it was just kind of me and Nitrox doing some Minecraft animations, and we were like, oh, maybe we can find some other people out there so it's not just 2 people doing all the Minecraft animation. So we're kind of looking around for people, and we had a lot of people that said they're like, oh, I'm interested and stuff, but no one would ever really give us like examples of their work, and they're like, okay, you guys working, and it took us in like 2 or 3 months. The people who were interested made a total of like 1 little test, and then Eagle comes along in like 2 weeks, has like 5 tests or so.
Yeah.
So we had like okay, this is the person we're gonna be interested in. And also we knew him,
We knew Evan.
and we knew him, so it was a
Yeah.
really good advantage. So Sam, when did you start animating?
Very recently. I mean, I've just finished uni, and we did animation there in Maya as well, which kind of turned me away from animation to begin with because of how frustrating my teacher made Maya.
and their convoluted UI.
Oh my god, don't even. But I was working on the one final Halo Machinima for BPS, probably far too long. So I didn't
It
get
took almost
started.
a whole year.
Yeah, I didn't really get started until like
It was over
after
a
the
year.
days of Mega, Skywars Mega came out. Once I released that movie, I then started looking straight into Blender and using, like Evan said, the tutorials and whatnot.
Yeah,
And
Tea Time was one of your very, very first actual animations, right? You did like 1 little test on your personal channel, then bam, Tea Time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
much.
Technically,
That's pretty
yeah.
good for like your first animation. You just
Yeah,
started this
It
thing.
was like a
Yes.
prequel to Tea Time.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, he did
test
like
animation.
a.
Tea Time prequel in the alternate universe where the tea wasn't in the cup.
Oh, don't spoil it.
Oh, oh no! Spoilers. Not spoilers.
Spoilers to what was it called? Tea Trouble.
Tea Trouble, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do a tea series where I find alliteration with so many
Yeah.
different words for tea.
Alliteration.
I understand that.
T terrorism.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
Jesus.
I understand that BattleSim's development was put in hiatus. I just want to ask if we'll see any updates in the foreseeable future. I talk to you and talk about what BattleSim is and what that question means.
Alright, so here's what's up with that. Originally, I was planning to do an anime-style animated series here for BPS. Then we got a whole team together that did volunteer work to build all the assets and all the stuff we needed for it. The problem we ran into with that is some of the assets were more or less 50-50 hit or miss. We got some good stuff from it, then we got some not as on par stuff with it. And it also just wasn't coming out at a rate that was fast enough that we'd be able to get it done in a reasonable amount of time. So, I decided that I would be putting it on hold so that I could do Minecraft and keep building the channel with everyone. And then I'll be bringing it back later on when the channel is farther along and we have more of the resources needed to bring it up to the quality that it deserves for this channel.
Yeah, I think that was a good decision in the end. I know a lot of people want to see about. Luckily, I mean, you still have all the assets. It's not like you lost anything.
Yeah, it's all been stored away.
Yeah, you still have all the assets. And I think the thing that's good about this is when we first tried putting it out, we were still doing the Halo stuff at that time. So it was kind of met with a lot of like, whoa, what is all this anime kind of stuff on like a Halo shooter space channel? However, now that we're doing animations, I think an anime fits a lot better in with animations. So I think it'll when it comes back, I think it'll be a lot more welcomed on the channel than it would originally.
If you wanna see like some stuff about it, I have some videos on my personal channel that are like previews of some of the assets. If you want to take a look at some of that.
Mm-hmm. Why do you use Blender and not Cinema 4D? First of all, it's free.
Yeah. That's the big one.
The biggest thing is it's free. I know what you're saying, like, oh, you can just cheat and get Cinema 4D for free. Yeah, but you're cheating. It's illegal. You can do it if you want. But the fact that Blender actually is free is nice. But not only that, the other reason was, of course, Nitrox had Blender experience. So when I first started out, I was like, oh, you know, maybe he can, if I do Blender, he can help, can't teach me. Because I didn't know anything about Blender. I didn't want to use Maya. Also, Blender has a lot of different like resources and tutorials and add-ons and stuff. It's really convenient for Minecraft and stuff, so it just worked really well.
I really like the user interface to Blender. It boots up really, really fast.
Mm-hmm. It's so convenient.
And like everything is nice, like in the right places. It just feels easy to navigate. It's quite easy to pick up.
Right.
Whereas you look at something like Maya or Cinema 4D, and it just looks really intimidating, and you everything's all hidden away in all these menus, and I just feel Blender makes it a lot easier to get into animation.
Yeah, for me, I can't comment on Cinema 4D. I've never really used it. I have used a lot of Maya. I actually I'm a teaching assistant for those Maya classes that I used to take at my college now. And one thing I noticed is that students would always have problems with Maya, would just like, it just crash on them or something. They do like an operation and it just blow up and everything, their whole project would be messed up and they'd lose everything, lose all their work. And I was like, I don't want...
That is a motivation killer.
Yeah, and that's just like, I don't want to have to be, I don't want to be working on Skywars Mega and have suddenly the dragon just turns inside out and I can't delete him and the scenes disappeared. We would literally have like, the project scenes would just disappear sometimes, they'd just be gone. And it's like, oh, there's a common bug where sometimes your scene files disappear. I'm like, what? That shouldn't be a thing. So Blender has more like better. I've never lost more than 2 minutes of work in Blender since I started a year ago.
Considering how much Maya costs as well,
yeah,
and the fact that that is a common bug, that's pretty unbelievable.
Right. So
bless the Blender Foundation.
Next question: how's Nitrox?
I'm good, thanks.
All right,
next question.
What has inspired you to make animations of Hypixel's minigames? Why is it your favorite to animate? So I guess I'll kind of take that question mostly because I was kind of the one who started that trend. So back when we were starting, first I did Spider Attack, just kind of a little fun, simple thing. A Spider Attack was supposed to be about 10 seconds when I first made it. It's just going to be like a guy walking along, a spider appears, freaks out and blows the whole house up. Turned it a little longer. Then Nitrox started the Book of Enchantment, which was supposed to be a kind of cool fight animation. Because we saw a lot of good fight animations out there and like, oh, we could probably match that. Nitrox is really good at the fight animation, and we kind of did that as like a tag team thing. He did all the fight stuff, and I did all like the lighting and the materials and like, you know, rendering and stuff. So we're like, if we work together on this, we can definitely match like the quality of current fight animations. And then I was like, okay, for my next animation, I really like Farm Hunt, especially at the time. I really liked Farm Hunt, and I was like, how cool would it be to do an animation of a game I already play all the time, and I can kind of turn like a gameplay into like a story and give it like kind of characters and stuff. That'd be awesome. So I talked to some of the mods, got the maps, and made Farm Hunt. Turns out it was met with like a huge success. You know, they even posted Farm Hunt on the Hypixel homepage, and we were just like, whoa, you know, all the admins, all the senpais noticed us at that point. So we were like,
Hypixel senpai.
All the Hypixel senpais noticed us. So we're like, oh, cool. Yeah, maybe we'll do another one. And that was right when Skywars was getting really popular. And I enjoyed Skywars a little bit. I don't think I loved Skywars or anything. I just thought it was cool. Maybe we'll try Skywars animation. I've never really done fighting, but then like maybe if, you know, Nitrox helps with the fighting, I can kind of set up other stuff and we'll just kind of do like a Skywars one. So I worked on that, and then Skywars for us at the time, really, that was about the time, honestly, the first Skywars really kind of saved our channel from a very slow death. If you look at like the history of how our channel was doing, around that period was phase 2 had been going for about half a year, and things actually like weren't working out at all. Our channel was going like, we'd daily actually sometimes get like negative subscribers in a day. More people were unsubscribing than subscribing. And then Skywars came out, and finally, like, that was the first thing that really hit the Minecraft audience and got us, into the whole Minecraft audience. So then at that point, like, okay, we'll just keep doing a few more of these until, people either get bored of them or we get bored of them, and we'll do other things. The next question is kind of related to this, is do you plan on sticking with only making Hypixel animations or possibly expanding to others? Certainly not just only sticking to Hypixel. I mean, Eagle made Jerry the Slime. A lot of us are working on other big things that are just not Hypixel related or even any minigame related. And Little Thomas Kid is working on an animation right now that's not Hypixel, but it is a minigame. So you guys all probably have other non-Hypixel things planned, right?
Yeah,
I've got a big one.
Mm-hmm. We'll get to some of the other ones we have planned.
Well, there's obviously Songs of War, which is way away from.
Yeah,
Hush,
we'll get
Hush.
to that.
How is that Hush Hush?
No, it'll be Hush Hush for now. And there's a question all about that in a little bit.
But I think one of the big things was we've been playing on Hypixel for years.
Mm-hmm.
Like almost daily.
For some of us, one.
It's pretty much all we play.
Back in the day, it was like
service.
we used to play Mega Wars and Vamp Z, and it was just like the obvious choice to.
Right.
And they've been really supportive of like all the animations.
Yeah.
Super supportive.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, it's working well. People are enjoying them. It's really helping our channel like a lot right now. So it doesn't really make any sense to just. There's a point after Skywars where we're like, Skywars was cool, but we don't need to do another one. We already have the first one. But we're like, if people loved it so much and a lot of people joined for it, why not make a second one, just make people happy? And sure enough, the second Skywars Mega was where our channel really exploded this summer. So there's always, people give advice. One of the big advices for YouTube channels, if you have people liking stuff, keep doing it. Don't try to like change it all up suddenly as soon as people start liking your things. I see a lot of good channels that they'll make something, people like it, and then suddenly they'll make a whole different video like, I'm trying new things, we're gonna do different stuff now, and everyone's suddenly like, what? That's not why I subscribed for. So
just be consistent.
Yeah, I mean, you want to try different things, but if people like one thing, you should probably be trying to give them a little more of that a little bit. But we'll be mixing in other stuff for sure, and we'll be going into completely not minigame things eventually. Next question, Are you going to make more animations for other games besides Minecraft entirely? Nitrox should probably want to take that one.
Yeah, so I can't really speak for everyone else's plans, but for me at least, I do plan on animating in other games, but the plan for that is like 2 years down the line. I'm still going to be in the realm of Minecraft for a while, but later on I do plan on breaking out into other games to animate.
Mm-hmm.
So Nitrox, what games would they be?
I don't want to let them know.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's kind of what he's asking.
But
yes,
yeah, we will, sort of. Well, at least he will. I personally probably going to stick in Minecraft for the most part. Unless some other... I don't see why I wouldn't do Minecraft. I'll probably be doing Minecraft until there's some huge reason why I shouldn't be.
I mean, maybe someone will decide they want to make a short of some other game at random, but still be doing Minecraft.
It depends if any game developers or, companies commission anyone in BPS to do an animation for their game.
Yeah.
That might be incentive to make a different animation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Minecraft is just so convenient and has a huge audience, and we're doing really well on it so far. So it doesn't make too much sense to just
we are.
Swap to something else. How many people does it take to render each of your animations, and how long does it take to render? For how many people it takes, it kind of varies. We have a render farm of just different people that we send the scene files to, and they all kind of render like 1,000 frames each or so. It varies between about... Blocking Dead Part 2, it turned out to only be about like 3 people. It's just like me and 2 other guys, which is why it's taking like 10 days to render. Sometimes we have as many as like 5 or 6 people all rendering it. And how long does it take to render per frame? It's usually between... it really depends. If you have like a simple shot that has like a lot of sky in it, it could be as simple as like 30 seconds. Usually it goes out about 3 minutes maximum. I'd say for me, if it's taken over 3 minutes for any one person, they usually just sit out for that animation and have other people render. For me, it's usually about 1.5 minutes on average per frame.
Total render time, minute and a half.
We're working on getting upgrades.
Yeah,
for
but
that very
we're
reason.
gonna be upgrading stuff. But overall, it can take about like a week or less. It's usually about 5 days. We usually also only render overnight, if we can. That way, it's just that while we're sleeping, the computer's rendering, so we're not wasting our own time.
Kind of difficult in this hot weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roasting the room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Do you plan to make animations as a career? Also, do you have a job besides BPS? For me, at least right now, for sure, I'm very, very much trying to make animations as a career. It can turn out very well. Right at the beginning of summer, I was like, okay, I just got out of college. I graduated college. I'm like, okay, I really have to find out what I'm going to be able to do with my life. I was considering like going to grad school or getting some kind of job or doing YouTube as a career. Right then, Mega came out. Boom, Mega blew up. And then ever since then, the channel's been doing way better. And like we've had, then even Blocking Dead Part 1 blew up even bigger than Mega. So right now, we very well could be doing, or I currently am doing BPS as a full-time career, and it might stay a career for like the foreseeable future of my life. As for the rest of you guys,
I would definitely like to make YouTube a career. Animation itself, I'm not sure how long I'm going to stick with that, but I'd like to stick with it as long as possible. I don't know if I'd make it a career, though. Personally, I'm an actor. I've been into performing for, like, my whole life. It's kind of what I like to do. So the fact that I can kind of do that through animation is fun, but I'd like to be able to do it through either commentary or other stuff, too, at the same time. Just because, I don't know, it's what I like to do. Having a job other than BPS, yeah, I do have a job. I work part-time at a store at the moment. I don't know if I should really give away what store it is, though.
The fans will come in hundreds through the doors.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if it makes the business do better, I'm not going to complain, honestly.
Yeah, buy the stuff from the store.
Oh yeah,
It's cool.
Sam and
It's cool
Nitrox.
stuff.
Nitrox.
Animation all the way.
Yeah, so Nitrox is kind of on par with me right now.
He's the
trying to
machine.
Yeah.
I am the robot.
We're both trying to get YouTube as a full career right now.
I think I'd say you two are the closest to getting, your own place and
We
being
kinda
able
already
to.
am.
Yeah, he already has his own. He's getting his own place next
Well,
month.
yeah. but-
Rent, lease, signed, and everything.
Exactly. For me, like everyone said, I would like to. That's the ideal dream. But at the moment, in terms of being realistic, it would be more beneficial for me to get part-time work because I'm unemployed at the moment. I just graduated uni, and it seems a bit pointless to go through 3 years of uni and get a degree and then not use it. So
Oh, hey,
I'll
that's-
try and
what I'm doing.
try what?
That's what I'm doing. 4 years for a degree. I'm not using it.
Yeah, I know, but in terms of money at the moment, I'm not
Right.
earning enough.
His main problem is, of course, he kind of started the animations late, so he only has one animation on the channel making money. So if he were to try to make YouTube a career, he would have to spend the next, half a year making animations enough to where he starts making enough to live off of, and in all
And
that time, he
also,
wouldn't be making
you
anything.
three are all in America, and if the end goal of getting some sort of office and working in the same building was to come to fruition, it would be quite difficult for me to. It'd be a big decision to commit to migrating to a different country.
So until he gets enough animations on the channel and stuff,
Yeah.
he'll be no job. If YouTube didn't exist, what would you be working for? Anyone?
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
I got this.
Okay.
If I didn't have YouTube, I would probably go into politics.
As a job?
Yeah, as a job.
Really?
I'd probably have gone into government.
Oh wow,
That stuff's really
What about
interesting
the-
for me.
What about the gas station?
They didn't hire me.
I know they didn't want you. You got your food handling
I feel like you
license, though.
should. I feel like
went
you
to
should,
all that work for nothing.
You should like probably give some context on that.
Yeah, Nitrox.
On
On what? The
gas
on
station?
why you would want to work at a gas station of anything.
Well, yeah, Nitrox.
guys
Well, I
call it
went
a
through a
gas
point
station.
where my parents told me to get a part-time job, so I tried applying at a bunch of different places. And the closest one I got to was getting hired at the gas station. I made it all the way to the last interview, but didn't make it.
But why did you want to work at a gas station?
I don't think you did.
Oh. Because one of my heroes of all time, Shingo Yamamoto, the gas station manager. From Ninja Warrior.
That's what I was looking for.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
Yeah,
neither did
I don't remember that. As for me, honestly, I really don't know, which is why I'm really glad this is all working out right now. I enjoy a lot of different things. I think being like a director of like these animations and stuff, I got into so many different things, like sound design, I write music and stuff. I like doing animation. I love visual effects and compositing.
You made a game.
I made a video game. Oh yeah, I'm a programmer as well. I made video games. So there's all these different things I like.
He's just, crapping all over the rest of us.
Oh, I have all these different things that I got into, and I didn't know, like, I was like, man, I could have gotten into game design, I could have gotten into, graphics and commercials and stuff. And so at that point, I was going to just pretty much any job I could get related to any of those things I would have, I guess, been kind of happy with. But ideally, doing YouTube was what I enjoyed way more than any of that stuff. Because being the director, you can kind of do all those things. I can write my music, I can do the visual effects of them, I can animate and stuff. Sam, what would you be working on? Well, Ela doesn't really... Oh, I guess, yeah. What would you be working on other than your current job?
If it wasn't like just my part-time job, I'd be like even more into the actual film industry itself. Mm-hmm. I probably wouldn't be like trying to make YouTube videos. I'd try to be making commercials or something like that, and trying to go out for more auditions and making more connections that way. But
be a performer at Disneyland.
I've tried. I have auditioned. I've been there a few times.
Right, yeah.
But when I went away to school, I was like making connections, and I was like really getting into it, and I still do want to get into it. But one thing I learned is, honestly, if you have a following, if you're more desirable, that's how you get more work. So basically, if you were to have more followers on Twitter or YouTube, that gives you a better chance of actually getting into the industry, not just jumping into it. Mm-hmm. It's more of who you know, not what you know in that industry.
In other words, you're using us.
No.
Yes.
Because yes. I still do like doing this.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Sam, what would you be working on?
I'm kind of in a very similar boat to you. One of the reasons I don't really want to get a kind of full-time position is because you're kind of just like a cog in a company, and you'll be working on the same thing over and over, and you'll get up at 9, go to work, do like the same job every day,
right?
Like doing, animating one thing again and again and again or something, and then you go home, and then there doesn't seem to be, I don't see much of an end to that. It's just kind of, that's it, and now you're there.
Do you steal videos?
All the time.
Yep.
Every single one of them.
We never actually mentioned the fact that we don't actually make our videos. We just steal other people's animations and rename them. Put our title. I'm just kidding. Yep. Sam, what's your favorite type of tea?
I've kind of only drank one kind of tea. Because in the UK there's like a standard of tea. Whereas when I hear Americans drinking tea, it's kind of like, there's green tea, there's lemon tea, there's iced tea. And it's like, over here, it's just kind of tea.
You mean you never ice your tea?
No, what's wrong with you?
Like,
yeah,
ever?
What's wrong with you?
What?
No. What do you ice?
You don't drink
tea?
Like a sweet iced tea?
No. No, we have like, you boil the kettle, you put the tea bag in. Tea bag has like black tea leaves in it. And you pour the hot water in, stir the tea bag around a little bit, put some milk in, take the tea bag out, boom.
Do you have iced coffee?
Well, I've never had it, but yes, we have different types of tea. I just personally haven't indulged into the different kinds.
They also don't have Taco Bell.
No, we don't.
How can you live?
They don't have Chipotle either.
No. But isn't Chipotle like they give you a bad stomach, or it's like really not?
That's a stereotype. It's not like that.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, but if anything, Taco Bell is way worse.
I was just saying, yeah.
Oh, how dare you?
Yeah.
Why do you like Minecraft?
Nitrox is offended.
Why do we like
Minecraft?
Honestly, probably the limitless about it. There's anything you can do with it.
It's a big sandbox game. There's so much to Minecraft. There's all those like mods, there's mini games, there's servers. You can make machinima on it, you can make animations about it. There's just so many different things. There's a lot of creative elements that came out of Minecraft. There's so much like art and different things people have made using Minecraft, which is really incredible for me.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Well, for me, what I like about Minecraft is it's just got a really lot of friendly people who play it.
That's true too.
Well, that's if you're like around the right people, of course. But yeah I guess so. Right.
At least in Hypixel.
Yeah, so far we've had a very good experience coming to Minecraft from Halo specifically. Halo had a lot of very competitive people, pretty much.
Passive aggression everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of the people who made the Halo machinemas. There's a lot of people that really got so competitive about it. It almost kind of took the fun out of it. We're like, we just want to make cool, fun videos, and entertain people. When we come into Minecraft, everyone seems so much more friendly and community oriented. Will the derp be in all your animations? I love that dude. No, definitely not all of them. Initially, he was only just supposed to be a little, minor thing. People liked him a lot, so we tried to include him a little more. He'll always be showing up here and there. Blocking Dead was probably one of the few where he's like the main character. We may eventually do a single video kind of about the derp or something, but we don't want to overdo him. Although we do realize people like him, so we'll try to keep him there as much as possible. Nitrox, even.
He'll never be in mine.
Yeah.
Never.
Never. Nitrox doesn't like the kind of silly.
He's anti-derp,
which is why he killed off the turtle team.
Stuff.
He killed the turtles in survival games.
And me.
Back of the head.
Yeah, you got axed him. And
everything
Eagle,
needs to be super serious.
Yeah.
No
Every animal was
no
killed.
goofy-looking skins.
Yeah. We'll work him into most other things though if we can. So you'll definitely be seeing him, and we may eventually do some kind of silly thing with him. Who knows? This one goes to Eagle. Is the eagle even your favorite animal?
Not really. No. But
I didn't know
the
this
only
answer
reason.
either.
The only reason I call myself Eagle is because the first MMO game, or even online game in general, that I've ever played was RuneScape. And
yeah.
I was the first time I played it, I was sitting at a library, and I was like making my account, and I didn't know what to call myself, so I just thought of like the coolest animal to come to mind, and I thought of Eagle. So I tried making myself Eagle, but the name was taken, and I didn't know that was like a big thing or whatever. So it like gave me options of other things where it's like Eagle and then the numbers. So I just picked one of those, and that was actually my name on Xbox and everything until I wanted to get into YouTube again, and I was like, I want to keep the whole Eagle thing, but I don't want the numbers, so it looks more legit, I guess. So I changed it to Eagle Empire.
Yeah,
that's basically how I have my name.
You're going to do Empire.
So that's where the 5104 came from.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was actually somebody. Her name was Kenzie X Kitty on Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
She came up with the idea of Evan Empire because my name's Evan, and I was like, oh, I could do Evpire, or she like came up with the idea of Evpire. So I actually called my personal channel Evpire at first, and that lasted like 2 weeks, and I was just like, it's not really me, even though it literally had my name in it. It didn't work, and it was kind of weird saying Evpire over and over again because it was really, I don't know, it was awkward. So I ended up just changing it to Eagle Empire, and fortunately I didn't change my name to Evpire on Minecraft.
All right.
I only changed it from the numbers to Eagle Empire.
Nice.
That's basically how I have my name. But favorite animal wise, probably just like, I don't know, a dog or something. I don't know.
I don't know, a dog or something.
How generic.
Really?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what my favorite animal would be.
Oh. How do you
I
come
just
up
love animals
with
in
the name
general.
Arbiter and do the number 617 have a meaning? And the second part where you actually answered that second part of that question. How did I come up with the Arbiter? That was, again, a Halo character that I really liked. This is a cool alien character in the game Halo that was called the Arbiter. And there was actually a big room that kind of showcased the fact that there were a whole bunch of different Arbiters. So my name on Xbox allowed you to have spaces in your gamer tags. So it was Arbiter space 617, as in I was the 617th Arbiter, as in there's a whole bunch of different Arbiters. Kind of think of it, if you play Halo, you'll kind of know that there's also a bunch of Spartans. The Spartans were like the human versions, kind of the same kind of similar thing. And there was like, I'm Spartan 117. And there's like the different Spartans, they all had their own little numbers, because that's how they were. So I was, instead of like Spartan 117, I was Arbiter 617. However, on like every other thing since then, they never let me put spaces, so I had to take the space out. So now it looks kind of cheap, because it's kind of like, it looks like I tried to become Arbiter, it was taken, so I just threw on some numbers at the end, whereas it was actually, the numbers were part of the name. In hindsight, I probably should have picked something else, because now the numbers look weird and everything else, but at this point,
like, what, 14 or something? So
yeah. Well, the numbers made sense. It was capitalized A and it had a space, so it was nice and clean. It worked for Halo. However, it hasn't worked since. Although at this point it's so stuck with me, I'm not really planning on never changing. Most people just call me Arby, so I don't mind. That's just what it's gonna be. What do you hope to achieve on this channel? I think we may all have different achievement stuff. For me, I love doing this stuff, so if I'm able to do this stuff and be able to pay the bills, so I can do it, full time. That's my goal.
Yeah, it's about the same for me, honestly.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
basically it, honestly.
Nitrox, do you have any different?
Nah, I'm the same.
Okay, yeah. So basically, yeah, for me, it's not for us. It's not about like, oh, we need to get 100 million subscribers. We need to be the biggest channel. We need to go to these conventions, whatever. For us, it's just
Well, conventions would be nice.
Yeah, we'd like to do all these things, but I mean, that's not really our goal. As long as,
End goal is basically doing what we like and be happy doing what we're like.
Right.
Being able to just basically do what we like and being happy doing what we like.
Right.
That's what I wanted to say.
because
As long as we're making enough to live, it doesn't
Exactly.
really matter if we don't hit like 1 million subscribers or 10
or
million
views, even
subscribers.
In this day and age
As long
of
as
the
it's enough,
economy.
we're quite happy to just keep doing it.
unfortunately, you need so many views to get the monies and stuff. So you need a lot of views, but if for some reason you're able to get, which is why actually we'll get into that later. But yeah, that's pretty much our goals. So then kind of related to that, what are you guys planning to do if you guys hit 1 million subscribers? We are definitely actually on track to hit 1 million within the year, pretty much. If this keeps up, maybe even less if things speed up. We've been having a very good channel growth within the last 2 or 3 months. As to what we'll do, I mean, for me personally, it was really never about like milestone kind of stuff. Anyway, it was just like we answered the last question. It was just about doing the stuff. We try to do special little things. We did for 150,000. We did a little live stream on BPS. However, right afterwards, we made Black Plasma Gaming, so we did all this stuff there. For 300,000, we decided to do this Q&A. Fun little story about that 300,000. When we hit that, we were hoping to get the questions out before we hit 300,000, when we're getting kind of close to it, and then we'd release the video on the day we hit 300,000. Turns out that was the day where we got the most subscribers we ever got in a single day, and in the time we were asleep, we went up like 7,000 subscribers from Black and Dead Part 1, and we wake up and we'd already passed it, and we're like, what? So
Yeah.
that was a fun morning. I wake up in the morning, and Thomas and Sam, who being in Britain were 5 hours ahead, had a whole conversation about like, oh, we're gonna miss it. We'll get this video out quick. Thomas, go, put the video together. And I'm like, I wake up in the morning and read this huge chat about how like they had already hit 300K. So that's kind of interesting. And at the point of this video is coming out, we'll probably have like 350K. Next question: can you poop in your animations?
What?
Will you do a big project like a movie or something else? Is anyone working on any big projects?
No,
Okay.
move on.
So,
I'll
I'm
let
going to
you
be
go first.
working on a movie type kind of thing, except it's going to be coming out in a series format. But eventually, that project is going to lead into an over an hour long movie. So yeah.
And for me, I already am working on a very huge project. I've been working on it since about January of this year. Pretty much all year it's been being worked on. So if you don't already know, you may have seen the little recruitment videos for certain builders and set designers and stuff. What?
You started this last year, didn't you?
Well, technically I started it like 3 years ago when I started thinking of the ideas. But the set design began this year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess I mean, if you're thinking about like all
we
the
had
photo
so
drawing,
many like
right,
calls about brainstorming the story
True.
and developing the characters.
the world and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a big series I'm working on called Songs of War. It's a huge fantasy original series. It's really exciting. The amount of work and cool stuff that's going into this is incredible. Honestly, I can't really think of anything else that's like this in Minecraft animation. We're making the entire world like to scale from scratch. So even if you see this cool castle in the series that they go to, you can actually go play on the server world and actually go explore from that castle, walk all the way across the world to the next castle that they go to in the series and stuff, and everything is there. There's all in-between stuff. That's what I've been working on. And then the next question kind of related to that is, with all these things, when will Songs of War come out? Possibly December or January next year. Basically, my current idea is maybe winter 2017 is when it'll start coming out, is my idea. The reason for that is we're actually at the almost stage where I can start animating. We're just finishing the writing. We wrote the whole script. We have enough of the world built where I can start animating almost. just a little bit more cleaning up once we finish the script. So I'll probably be, within the next 2 or 3 months, getting into serious work. I'll be auditioning actual voice actors for the characters, and then I should be able to start animating. But it's, to give you a scale for how big it is, it's 3 seasons, each season's 10 episodes, and each episode will probably be like 8 minutes, so that's like longer than any of our single animations we've done so far, and there's 10 episodes of them. And I'm going to do all 10 episodes animated at once and then release each episode each week. So we have to wait till like the whole 10 episodes are done. So it'll probably be like a whole year, or a little more. So I'm guessing next winter is my kind of just estimation. However, now that I'm animating a lot faster now and I'm doing this full time, I might be able to do it a little quicker, but also I want to make it good quality. Then will the Songs of War set be an adventure map in the future? Yes, it probably will be. It'll probably be some kind of survival server mix kind of thing. I'm not quite sure what the world will be, but the world will definitely be playable. For those of you who have been kind of following the set designer applications, you may have seen some of the cool footage shown of the world. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, there's this huge, incredible, awesome world we're making. Making the whole thing, even all the stuff that's like not going to appear in the animation. So we'll have that server available so you can explore. And then also kind of related to these is, will you put voices in your animations? So Nitrox, you're putting voices in Reverie, right?
Correct. And Reverie is the name of the movie thing I was talking about.
Yeah, so the thing is working on is Reverie. There'll be voices in that. There will definitely be voices in Songs of War. There's a lot of voices. It's very story character driven stuff. And also
there are voices in the gameplay highlights, the animated highlights, of course.
Ah, true.
Mm-hmm. Right, I was about to mention that. Yeah,
technically
the BPG highlights. And then as for the Sam and Eagle, for you guys, are you planning on anything being voiced?
Not anything large scale or anything that voiced, maybe, but honestly, nothing that I know of yet.
Sam, you were considering doing like a kind of single story things that maybe have voice and stuff.
I mean, I was planning to hopefully tackle something more story orientated, just to see A, how well I can do it, and B, how well something with voices is received on BPS, because a lot of, obviously, all the animations so far, apart from the highlights, have all been without voices. I think one of the reasons that Derp is so lovable is because he doesn't really have a voice. He's just kind of this thing. He doesn't speak. He's kind of cute, and kind of just makes him a little bit better. But the end goal is to obviously tell stories with voices, right, eventually.
One of the reasons we kind of stay away from putting voices is because we have a lot of different countries that are watching our animations. A lot of them might not even speak English. So when we do these, mini games that are voiceless, it reaches a very much larger audience, which is kind of why Sam was mentioning. We're kind of hoping things like Songs of War and Reverie are still met well, even though they have a lot of voice acting and stuff, and you have to speak English for those. Heyo, BPS. I would like to know if you're hiring for anything not Songs of War and not for pay. We actually have a website, and on our website we have an apply page. The website link is actually on the top of the screen and probably in the description. And on there in the top right, there's a place we go to apply. That place changes kind of periodically. We usually announce when there's a change to our apply page. That kind of shows you all the positions we're kind of recruiting for. And yeah, nothing on there is for pay. It's just kind of volunteer until we get enough where we can actually, have our own incomes. Unfortunately, we can't really be paying other people. And there are, you just check there to check what positions are available, and be sure to kind of be following our Twitters for future positions and stuff. And what are your future plans for the BPS website? Currently, the next 2 plans I have in mind, which I'll get around to eventually, I'm still working on Blocking Dead, I haven't been touching it too much, is we have a calendar on the website. We kind of took it off the homepage because we're not really using it, but I was thinking it'd be cool to have a calendar on the page that shows people like what animation's coming each week, so they can fans can scroll through it and they'll be like, oh, so this animation's coming out next week or something. Because one of the big questions we always get is, when's Blocking Dead Part 2 coming out, or when's Survival Games Part 4 coming out? People would always ask that. So if we had that, we can just link them the calendar and say, check out the calendar for when animations are coming out. It'll help kind of build hype and stuff. And the other.
And you also wanted to blend it with the gaming channel too, right? And
yeah, and also that's true. We'll use that as also opportunity to kind of mix gaming channel events as well for Black Lives Matter Gaming. We'll have streams on the same calendar, that way it helps kind of bring those two channels together a little bit more. Anything we can do to bring those channels together is good. And then the second thing we have planned, sort of, Eagle and I have been talking about it about a month or two ago. We got so busy with different things it kind of fell off for now. Is we're considering opening like a shop for intros, wallpapers, banners, profile picture kind of stuff. I don't know if that interests too many people, but we do get a lot of questions like, can you make me an intro? So we might just make a few kind of cool looking intros, and then you can just buy one and we'll like put your skin on the character and have your text for your company name or whatever. So yeah, we might do that eventually. If you guys are interested in that, let us know in the comments below. So we'll maybe work on that a little more. Question for ROA Nitrox. What was your first animation? We kind of talked about that earlier.
Oh no, I actually had a different first animation before Machinima Versus.
Oh.
I actually did a Minecraft animation.
Oh yes. I remember that now.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
I remember when he first joined, he linked it to me.
Do you still have
like
it
the
on
villager
YouTube?
attack thing.
I think so. Let me look.
The one where
Should
like
be.
the
Was it
zombies were attacking the
good?
village. No.
It was
No,
not
it
good.
wasn't.
Oh, you know what? I do remember this.
Yeah.
I do remember. Yeah. I remember, now that you said the zombies were attacking the villagers, I remember that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Really not good stuff.
Weren't the samples like really low?
I don't think he used sampling.
It was Blender render.
Yeah, he used the Blender render.
I'm a
The lighting
Blender
was
render
really,
user.
really bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can link that if you want.
Yeah, play the video.
I'll probably have it playing
Yeah.
during the thing.
Yeah. So yeah, with enough effort, you can go from that to this.
Yep. Will you guys be doing collabs? Maybe, probably. I definitely wouldn't say we aren't going to be doing collabs or anything. Personally, where we came from, there wasn't really much collabing. Whenever there was an attempt at collabing, everyone ended up hating each other and stuff. So we kind of.
Well, I would like to get to know other
yeah,
YouTubers.
for sure. I'd love to do collabs if we knew how they worked or got invited to something and we felt like it wasn't going to end up being some big problem. For sure, it's an option.
Obviously, we're good with working with other people. So
The cards are on the table.
Yeah. What would be the only thing you would eat your whole life? One only. Nitrox, do you have
That'd be-
anything?
Unanimous
That's a really good question.
Jesus.
There is something I would like to eat for the rest of my life, and it is called Soylent. It's the
Spon-
magical drink that you can drink and not have to eat food ever again for the rest of your life.
Buy Soylent now.
This is something Nitrox has been planning for years.
Sponsored by Soylent.
Yeah, just
Not
thinking that.
no, not sponsored.
Yeah. For me,
If only.
pizza. As I already kind of do, so I already do eat pizza.
I
when
can't
I'm
say tea, can I?
You can eat
It's
tea.
not, it's not edible. It's not a
Well, you can
substance.
like freeze it and eat the ice cubes.
That's
Well,
disgusting.
Soylent technically is also a drink.
It's the same stuff though. That's not going to make a difference.
Yeah,
just
but
'cause it's
Soylent
chewy.
Soylent is it provides you with all the nutrients you need.
Yeah, exactly.
Tea just
Just
makes
because
you
freeze the
freaking
tea.
lazy.
Makes you pee a lot too.
Yeah, that's usually what liquid does when you indulge it.
All right.
I would probably just have like steak or something because I like meat.
Yeah, I'd probably have some sort of spaghetti dish. I love spaghetti.
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 All right. Next question is games.
And then the next question.
Who was the first BPS animator? Who was it? That would be.
So, me followed very swiftly by Arby.
Yeah. Well, so the fun fact was initially when we first started, I was still kind of doing Halo machinimas, and he was going to kind of initially, I think at the very, very beginning when you applied, the idea was that you could do an animated Halo thing. We're going to animate some characters from our last series and do some kind of animated stuff with those characters. Then that kind of disappeared. Then he kind of started a BattleSim, and then I kind of pushed him to do a Minecraft animation. Even though,
And then I did.
yeah, even though my animation came out first, he was kind of he was the animator first. He was the animator back when none of the rest of us were considered animators at all. How can you get my skin into your animations? So we saved that question kind of until the end because we didn't want to look like we were just trying to sponsor our own stuff. Is that if you want to get your skin in our animations, there's a few ways to do that. One is Twitter giveaways. Every so often on Twitter, the BPS Twitter or one of our personal Twitters will be like, hey, have your skin in our animation, retweet and follow our Twitter. So keep an eye out for that. But the main way to get skins in our animations is we all have Patreons, which we made a video about that back in, was it April? We also have Patreons right now. If you don't know what that is, basically a Patreon, it's kind of like a Kickstarter, but rather than just paying once, it's more like you pay a monthly amount, so you can pay like $5 every month to help support your animators and stuff. And if you get to a certain level on the Patreon, you'll have like your skin and your animations and stuff. So currently that's how, and Blocking Dead is almost entirely, pretty much all the characters in Blocking Dead are patrons of myself. So I put them all in there. So if you want to guarantee your skin and animation, that's pretty much either a Patreon thing, or you'll have to try to win a Twitter giveaway. So definitely check out all our Patreons if you enjoy our animations, and if you want to have your skin or animations. That about wraps things up. I think that's all the questions we pulled out. I know we had a lot more questions. We had over, like we said, about 4,000 questions, and we could only really go through so many. There were a lot of kind of funny ones, and people making funny jokes. We're trying to keep it a little more just to the serious ones that we can answer seriously, just because we didn't want to make this video like, 3 hours long. So, hope you enjoyed. Does anyone else have any kind of final remarks or anything? Thanks for 300,000. No.
Thanks for all the support.
That's a lot of people.
Thanks for three.
Yeah.
That's like 4 or 5 giant football stadiums full of people that liked the content enough to be like, oh, hey, I want to see more.
Mm-hmm. I have one final question to the fans before we end this. For those of you, well, first of all, thank you for sticking through if you're actually hearing this now. That means you're probably one of like the 2% who watched the whole Q&A. So thanks for sticking through. We hope you enjoyed the Q&A. And the question we have for you is one thing we had been planning it ages ago back when we were doing Halo stuff. And then once we kind of switched to Minecraft, we kind of dropped it because we just started doing animations. One thing we had planned, and we'd like to know if you're interested in doing, if we were doing this, would be to kind of do some sort of seasonal, just kind of community roundup sort of video, where we'd have a bunch of kind of just different little things included in it. Basically, right now, we only really want to do animations on the channel. That's what's doing well. We don't want to clutter it up with weird stuff. All the gaming is going on Black Plasma Gaming. But there's a lot of other things we kind of want to do, such as, Q&As, or podcasts, or giveaways. So there's all these different little things that we'd like to include, kind of little fun things, little things that interact with the community. Oh, like, or even spotlights. We can spotlight other people's animations to help give them, shout outs to their channel and give them more popularity. So we wanted...
The one to fear. The one to fear.
Yeah, the one to fear. People like him. So we were thinking of doing something like, it wouldn't be too frequent. You'd still get your animations as often as possible, and it wouldn't really detract from it. But just once every month or 2 months or even 3 months, just doing a video where it'd be broken down into like little 1-minute sections where we'd spend like 1 minute talking about animations we saw the last month or two that we liked. Then we'd spend the next minute talking about like a cool little challenge you can do. And then, next week we'll, announce the winner of the little challenge, or next community video we'll announce the winner, or there'll be a giveaway. So just kind of a fun little community roundup thing. It'll help you guys kind of get to stay connected with us outside of Twitter and the website and stuff. And it'll allow us to do the things that we can't really do if we're only doing animations or gaming on Black Plasma Gaming. So let us know if you enjoy it. Again, thanks for listening. My name's Arbiter617.
I'm Eagle Empire.
I'm Nitrox.
I'm Sam Small.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.